I love the Terrell Grice show because he leaves such a comfortable space for artists to genuinely speak on how they feel of what's going on behind the scenes. By the way, if you don't know me already, I'm your favorite girl, Genius D. Brady. I break down brands and strategies in this series called Bradyology. And right now we're going to get into Normani's interview on the Terrell show regarding her rollout and behind the scenes of the industry. So Terrell asked a really good question about how all of the fans on the internet is talking about the rollout of dopamine. Normani admitted that on her behalf, business could have been handled differently. Two, her team did switch up midway through the journey of this album. Three, she also mentioned that certain things that a lot of fans mention on the internet about what they wanted for the rollout, she said that she wanted to, but there are things that happen behind the scenes that was out of her control. But it's not like she doesn't care. It just could not happen the way how she wanted it to happen too. Now I'm paraphrasing here, but Terrell mentioned that a lot of things that has happened to her, good and bad behind the scenes, it's still a blessing that it happened, because if it did not happen, then we wouldn't have this album now. And I completely agree. Now, speaking from my experience of working at a label for a few years, behind the scenes, it does not matter how good the music is, and it does not matter how hard you work. There are things that's going to happen that is completely out of your control that can deter your journey and have a whole bunch of mishaps. But I'm also glad that she did take some accountability on things that did not happen due to her mishaps on the business side as well. Because it is such an easy cop-out to be like, I'm going to blame it on the label all the time. I think we saw this on the Breakfast Club with the City Girls, where they admitted too that there are things that did not happen due to just them not wanting to do it. It's hard to explain to fans what is going on behind the scenes for them to understand. You would have to actually work behind the scenes in order to fully understand what goes on. Behind the scenes, not only is the artist dealing with personal emotions and things that goes on within their personal life with family, relationships, and all of things like that, but also you have a team full of different people with different agendas. Some will have good chemistry with the artist and understand equally yoked on where they want that artist to be and their goals. Whereas some other people on the team can be totally different and want a different agenda, a different sound, and want to go about marketing a whole different way. In my opinion, the rollout is even more important though post-release. It's hard work to build up the momentum to have a smash hit before a project release. But post-release, you have to keep up with that momentum plus more and add more spice and excitement to it to continue going up the charts. The formula that we are used to Normani doing is releasing a smash hit single along with the video with hot choreo, and then it happens to come out around the time of like the VMAs or whichever big music video award show, and she performs that and then she disappears again. This time around, we are eager for more of the visuals, which I feel like is a plus for her post-release, because this boosts up the already good album that she came out with. Usually you would have a press run before the album comes out, but I don't mind also a heavy press run after it comes out as well, because we don't really get to hear Normani speak transparently either. Now, during this press run, it is important on which platform she go on that can allow her to speak as comfortable or as show her personality like the Terrell show. We have the visuals that's still gonna come out. Also, I'm sure she'll do a lot of performances as well. Now, with the release of music videos, performances, and those type of things, I feel like she would gear up for a mini tour. With the mini tour, after the mini tour or whatever, I would want to see behind the scenes of her rehearsing and the coming up with the album and music and stuff like that. Do a documentary. With the Dopamine album, I feel like there's still time to do an in-person experience for other fans in different areas, like a pop-up activation. I think icons and legends that we know now, we've heard them speak afterwards about their trajectory in the industry behind the scenes of not being able to pick their favorite songs or dealing with horrible teams and those type of things, right? I don't think we've ever gotten to live throughout seeing it happen in real time and hearing about it transparently. This is what we're going through with Normani. This is what we're going through with Chloe and Hailey Bailey and all these different superstars coming up. This is why I also give them grace, because not only do I understand their stardom and understand behind the scenes of what goes on, but also this is a privilege for us to see the transparency of what is going on in today's time. I predict that it is beneficial for artists to be transparent enough about what's going on and add that into their story and their trajectory as time goes on and builds up from there, because the community is already going to champion you. I feel like the community already champions and is there for Normani and respects her. All in all, if you know me and you watch my other videos, you know that I've always championed Normani. Dopamine was a great album to me. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite songs off of that album. Don't forget to like and comment this video as well. Fifth Girl Gina's out.